Today, I want to talk about the pros and cons of getting a job as a teenager. I'm going to readjust the camera real quick. So, I'm going to get straight into it, actually. I've had a job for actually a year now, exactly. So, I want to go ahead and go over the pros and cons of getting a job as a teenager. So, I'm going to start with the pros, I'm going to start with the good stuff, and I'll get to the bad stuff later. Pros, you make money instantly with no risk. You're not going to risk losing money. The only way you can lose money is by overspending because you don't get a lot of money. But you know you can make money instantly. So if you need money now, if you're broke and you need money to start a business online, or you need a source of money to start something online. Maybe you want to start a Shopify, a dropshipping business, but you don't have the money to pay for the Shopify subscription. So get a job and you can pay for whatever you need. If you have any tools you need that cost money online to help propel your business, you'll need money for that, and you can get money by making a job or by getting a job. So that's the first pro. Make money instantly with no risks. It has a few risks. Making money online has a few risks. I'm gonna get into that depending on the path you take, but getting a job has little to no risk. So that's why it's a pro. But I'll get to why, in my opinion, making money online is better, right, later in the video. 2, you get more social activity and you get to talk to more people in person. So if you work, like I work a fast food job, you get to talk to people, you get new experiences, you get to deal with adversity whenever you're busy or if there's an error or something. You get to deal with adversity and you get to talk to more people, and sometimes you may do something wrong and you'll have to learn to fix your problems and help customers. And it's just a whole new experience, and you get to talk to more people. And you get better at talking because you do it more. Number 3, it takes up some of your free time. And I've made a video about how free time can be bad. Sometimes you do bad things in your free time, so you need to fill it up with productive things. And one of these things is getting a job that you could do. Depending on what situation you're in. If you need money now, get a job. If you don't need money now, don't get a job. But you can take up your free time, and in your free time you can watch porn, play video games. There's a lot of things you can do in your free time, because when you're not doing anything, when you're unoccupied, your mind wanders and then you fall into the traps. I made a video on this, I'll link it in the description, but it takes up your free time, and in free time your mind can wander and you can do bad things. And I explain that deeper in the video I'll link in the description. So now to the cons. You cannot scale getting a job. Yes, you can get raises, but when you make money online, you can scale it up. And what I mean by scaling it up isn't getting a ton of employees and stuff, but making money online is more of an exponential or a logistic growth curve, and making money at a job is more linear because you have an hourly work rate. So it's more of a exponential, and every now and then you get a raise, but it's still mostly linear. So it's mostly a linear because you're making $10, $11 an hour, and more like this, but you're making money linearly, if that's even a word. In business, you struggle. Maybe you'll have a success here, but you'll stay down. Oh yeah, and then you're going up. It's exponential, but then it becomes logistic. You flatten out and you start to go back down. It's more of a thing where you have to figure stuff out on the run, and you make more money doing so. So I don't think getting a part-time job is a bad thing. It just depends on your situation. If you need money now, get a job. But in business, you gain experience, and then it becomes logistic or exponential if you just keep growing. But eventually you're probably gonna stop and you're gonna have to figure out some things, and you'll be here for a while. More like up here, but I'm gonna bring it down here just to pretend we're above that curve of success, and you'll figure stuff out and you'll go back up. It's just, a job isn't scalable. Number 2, sleep. If you have school, and most likely if you're watching me, you're either in high school, I think in Europe or across the world they call it secondary school. Maybe you're in college or university. But you have school. When you have school, you can't work during the day. If you have school during the day, you can't work during school. So you have to go to work after school. And sometimes, let's say you get off of school at 3:20 and you go to work at 4 and you work till 10. If you're working till 10, you're going to be so tired that you cannot do anything. You need to go to bed for healthy sleep. If you work till 10 and you're doing homework till 12 and you go to bed at 1 and you wake up at 4 to do your workout, you got 3 hours of sleep, 3 hours of saying you're asleep. That's not 3 hours of quality sleep. That's more like less than 2 hours of sleep. You're running on nothing. You're running on no sleep. So if you have a disciplined morning routine, maybe you wake up at 5 or 6 and you're going to work and you get off at 10 and maybe you do an hour of homework. Maybe you do a little bit of it during school. Best case scenario, let's say best case scenario, you get all your work done during school and you work 4 to 10. You get off at 10 and let's say you go home, take a shower and go straight to bed. Shower maybe 15 minutes to get ready for bed. Maybe it takes you 20 minutes to get ready to bed. It'll say 15 minutes. That'll make it best case scenario everything. So you get all of your schoolwork done in school because you're this ultra productive being. You get everything done during school. Okay, at work. You're tired after work. You unwind 10 minutes. You just change and hop in bed. You're in bed at 10:10. I know you have to drive home, okay? Let's say you have a really quick drive home, a 5-minute drive home. So you get off at 10. You got to get out of there. So 10:05, 5 minutes drive home. You're home at 10:10. You get ready for bed. Let's say you're in bed by 10:30. Then you have to fall asleep. So let's say you wake up at 6. 10:36 is 7.5 hours, which is good. But that's not all productive sleep. If you're not like maximizing your sleeping efficiency or whatever it's called, you're probably getting like 6 hours of sleep. And that's not as bad as what I've mentioned before, but it's still not the best you could be. If you're trying to truly level up your sleep, that's not the best you can do. But if that's not your focus area of your life right now, that's not the priority in your life right now, I think that's when getting a job can be okay. But if you would like to still get 8 hours of sleep, which you probably should be getting, think about getting a job before you get it during the school year. Of course, you could just get a summer job, but yeah, actually, that's probably what I would recommend. That's not what I'm gonna do, but it's different for me. I've been there for 12 months. I'm kind of tied up there. I don't think my mom would like it if I quit, so maybe I'll have to talk with her sometime. Number 3, it takes up your free time. I said earlier, free time's bad, and it can be bad. It can also be good. So earlier, it takes up your free time. I said that as a pro. It takes up your free time in which you could do bad things. This time, I'm saying it takes up your free time in which you could do good things. So in your free time, you could be building your business or at least thinking about it. You could be doing your purpose. You could be figuring out what the best way to work out is, if that's your purpose right now. What's the best way to get wider lats, or what's the best way to get big biceps, if that's your purpose. How do I get to the handstand push-up if you're doing like calisthenics? How do I get the maximum amount of sales? How do I convert the most people to buy this product if you're doing affiliate marketing, or if you have an online shop, or if you have a product. I'm just going to say a product. That could cover affiliate marketing if you're promoting a product. That could cover drop shipping if you're promoting your own product. It's just different. It depends. But you could use this free time for good things as well. And that's why I say it takes up free time in a good way and in a bad way. Good way, it takes up your free time in which you could have done bad things. So instead of having that free time where you're doing bad things, it's filled up. So you're not going to do those bad things you do in your free time. But on the other hand, you have free time where you're doing good things. And it takes up that time too. So it's the best of both worlds and the worst of, what am I even saying? But you kind of have to pick your poison. And I think in the long term, if you're thinking long term, making money online would be better. So that's really all I have for you today on this video. I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. And go get at the priority in your life. Love you all.